Hello, everybody, and hello, people watching and people of the future. I want to let you guys know that this is a sham, okay? It looks like I've been in the shop all day working and making things. I don't think I've set foot back here since I stopped working on him last week. I've been in my office the whole time doing stupid office things that are necessary to run a business, but not fun. So the sham is that I'm in the shop all the time making things. I'm not. I'm in my office doing things that are necessary to run a business that are not fun or exciting. So I'm as happy to be here as, well, Rue's probably not as happy to be here as me because he's been here all day.
You ready to
Oh, let's say hi to people.
Yeah, we should say hi to people.
All right. Hello, Sean Fenner. Sean Regal. It's a Sean day. Jordan, Jennifer, pew, pew, pew. Chase Perry, John C., Edson Glutz, John Sheffield, Stanley S., Rob O'Brien, Resurrected. Resurrect. I always say erected, like, I always say that wrong, but Resurrect costumes. Howdy. Is that it?
That's all of it.
We did it. All right.
We jumped in quick today.
I am cutting this to go on our Kelpie. This is moss cloth.
Colin says, hey, Stilpies. Hey, Colin.
Hello, hello, hello.
Ashton Jones says, hi, everyone.
Hello. I appreciate everybody taking a break from watching the Diddy trial in order to watch us for a bit. We appreciate that. Thank you. I know where your heart and your focus is, but
Is that going on?
we're doing interesting things right now too. Maybe not as interesting, but yeah. So Rue, how was your day? I haven't seen Rue really all day either. He's been in my office like twice. I made him sad, and then he comes back.
And then you make me sad again.
Right. I make Rue sad because I tell him all the work we have lined up. And you know what? Making stuff is really fun when the stuff you want to be making. And everything you make is cool, and it's a good time. But there's a little bit of, that's not what I want to make right now. I don't want to make this 50th 4-footer, 3-footer. Really, they're 4-footers. They're 3.8-footers. But that's math. Less people would purchase if there was that much math.
Colin says, I'll be stopping by in a few weeks if that's allowed.
Sweet, come on. That's allowed. It's encouraged even. Everybody, stop on by.
Rob says, it's all good. There's only one thing worse than being talked about, and that's not being talked about.
Yes. Right. All right.
Sean Fenner says, someone needs to get Alan a wireless clip-on mic so we can hear him better. Listen,
Oh.
join the Patreon.
I'm not important enough. All right. I'm going to move our water donkey over here.
Water donkey.
Swamp donkey. Who are you going to pick? Swamp donkey.
Swamp donkey. Edson Include says, that's being a boss. That's called being a boss, and for the upcoming stuff is job security.
Okay. It's a lot of okay.
Oh, he reads much more blue on camera. That's funny.
He's going to get a little dosey dose of green.
Yeah. My water pony, my water pony.
I just thought of something.
Cool.
Is he gonna reach like all the way over and like be his head over the railing?
We might have to mount him higher.
No. head will stick out into the thing, but no more so than the overhead shark. And at least you can see him.
Overhead shark.
Reagan Shank says, I just want to pet the Kelpie.
Don't pet it, it's sticky.
It's so sticky.
That should be a t-shirt.
Not for petting.
Okay.
Listen, if they'd let us sell t-shirts there, I'd be selling t-shirts there.
We were still gonna do more layers on this.
What? Or what? Oh yeah. I definitely need layers. Next silicone class, I'll get finished.
Sean Fenner says, is that jute you're using or something else?
No, this is moss cloth. This is a product that we sell, like Night Stream Studios sells it. A couple companies sell it, but it's like a ghillie suit blanket is what it is. They're 5 foot by 9 foot, and they're very useful.
Rob says he's purdy.
Is that part
Him our purdy boy. There's the screenshot.
What a donkey!
Reagan Shank says, why not friend if friend shaped? But that is how they get you.
Yeah, that's what
They are friend shaped.
That's
They
their whole
want you
shtick.
to pet them so that you get sucked into the water and drowned.
Wouldn't like it better if you were riding a horse. They want you to think.
Rob says, tell me that wouldn't be an amazing carousel beastie to ride. Oh my god, let's make a monster carousel.
There is a monster carousel at Epic, I hear. I've wanted to do a Halloween carousel for a long time.
Hey.
Yeah. It's on
Rooms.
my, when I have infinite funds
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah, I want that real bad.
If I were real
I
excited,
did get real excited.
would you bring me some spray adhesive from in there if you're going in there?
Silly Zombie says, yo.
Yo. Yo.
Cooper Mundheim says, looking killer.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
I like how drippy he is.
Cooper, I think your sister is here right now being a spider in another section of the barn.
Reagan Shank says, love your shirt, Alan.
Thank you. Yeah. What could go wrong? Thanks.
Yeah.
Rob says, I seem to recall Tokyo Disney has a mythical creature carousel. Yeah, that's far away though. Troy B says, hello from Iowa.
Hello, Iowa.
Yeah, he do look all corpsey and gross. I love him.
Yeah, I don't mind the textures he's ended up having.
Yeah.
Give him a little comb over.
Ezekiel says, sorry I'm late. I'm building an ark.
Hooray!
Hello, Ezekiel. Rob says, and hi, Stacy in hiding. That's me. Silly Zombie says, that's a Ren Fair idea. Mythical Monster Carousel. Listen,
Can't say I ain't had it.
I was gonna say. You can't threaten us with a good time.
So I did get a message back about that thing.
Yeah.
And the message back was, you have presented a very interesting idea at a very tumultuous time.
Yeah.
And that's what it said.
Uh-huh.
So, I assume we'll talk later.
Yeah, well, we knew it would be at least
Yeah.
the following year.
Right.
Edson says, so I heard a rumor that none of the Stiltbeast gang will be at Monster Day this year. It'll be a sad day for sure.
I'm afraid that is the rumor. We just have too much going on this year.
There's kind of a lot going on.
It's kind of almost like a vacation for us,
Yeah.
you know? Yes, we're working the whole time, but still, it's fun.
Rob says the reply to all my pitches.
Yeah. Whoa, you're not black, all right, I need to get the hot glue gun with the clear hot glues so I can make some teeth.
Hello.
Who are you helloing?
I flipped the camera over so they can see me.
Oh.
So I'm saying hello to everybody.
Look at you, you're on TV now.
It's me. I'm on TV. I'm not a professional. I just play one on TV. So you guys have let's see, 2 more weekends. Let me consult calendar to come see us at the Mythical Monster Museum. And once we get this guy finished, he will go up into the museum. We got this weekend and the following weekend and the Memorial Day Monday. So
He's going to get up in there.
he's gonna get up in there. We're gonna have him this season, by God.
I think he's done tonight. Like
Yeah.
that, my goal is he's
That's
done tonight.
what I would love to put him in the car.
After this, he gets airbrush. I'm doing making teeth for it.
Yeah.
Then he gets airbrush.
Them teeth still.
And then once he gets airbrush, after that he gets Euro-coated. And once he gets Euro-coated, he becomes shiny. And then he's moist and ready for the wall.
Reagan says, give him a little smooch. He's such a good boy. Him are a good boy. Rob says, don't look now, there's a Kelpie behind you. Edson says, Big Dog is en route, had to do a drink refill. Yeah, you should be drinking for this, absolutely. I'm not, so you should.
This way, when someone questions our poor life choices, we can say alcohol was involved.
Yeah. Like, sure, it was ink, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. I don't drink, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, 2 more weekends. It's hard to wrap my brain around the fact that we're nearly done. Ezekiel says, pool pony looking good.
Pool pony. I've become partial to puddle pony.
Puddle pony, I like puddle pony. My puddle pony.
I don't know what Rue is doing in the other room, but I'm hoping he can do it without that airbrush. Someone will steal it.
Well, I think Alex might be using it.
Crap. All right, let's go make Alex sad.
Oh no. Big Dog says, late I am, sorry. That's okay.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Hello,
Hi,
Big
Big Dog.
Dog. Yeah, we're we're in the process of getting ready for our June show. So we've been doing photo shoots today for advertising for that. Well, I hear the approach of a wild Robert. Speaking of photo shoots, we've summoned him. And a Travis as well.
Are you live?
We are live.
Hi.
And a Robert. Hi, you guys. Are we camera reception in here?
Where'd he go?
He done are you in an OFT? He's hiding. Ezekiel's talking about Snorkel for more rain forecast. I guess they're having a lot of rain in Australia right now. What'd you guys shoot today, Robert?
Spiders. Spider creature person. Here, I'm pulling something up. to
Yeah,
show.
show the camera.
Where's your camera?
Let's see, probably the easiest one to access. Hold please.
I don't know if you can see.
Nice. The spookiest of dudes.
Don't forget him, the Fresno Nightcrawler is
Little,
tall.
short. I have the holding hands.
Okay, great. Great, okay.
I got all
You're looking very
angles.
dapper, Travis.
Thank you. So I just want to show you like a variety of.
Okay,
Much
and
further
like
back over there.
a bunch of work like squatting down, like he's talking to kids.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is the guy you want to talk
We
to
gotta go
kids.
back.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Mr. Jimmy, hello.
Focus on the
the actual stuff.
I would have never guessed the squatting though.
We got a lot of projects going on right now, so they're getting shots for both our June show and some of our other projects that are happening right now, some of which are sweet. But, yeah. Exciting stuff. We got lots of our 3-footers getting ready to go out. These people up there ready to paint and stuff. Rob O'Brien says evil accountant.
More of a Walt Disney ad Satan.
Uh-huh.
Lars Durney is the guy's name.
Nice. Big Dog is drinking 4 Roses, OESK single barrel. Fancy. Sean Fetters says, with that pendant he's wearing and the rest of the outfit, I don't know if he wants to drag my soul to hell or sell me insurance.
You'd be surprised at how similar those two
I was
options
gonna say,
are.
they are the same thing. And I sold insurance, so I can say that. Selling life insurance is what the last job I quit to do this full time.
Okay. This is looking like a gray green. It's gonna darken more as it dries.
Like looking around in there for it, I'm like, wait, isn't it already out there? Sure. I had no idea.
Greening him up a bit. Remember that we're live on the internet.
Hello? I won't do what I normally do.
You were so nice.
Karagoff says, good evening, folks. Good evening, Kelpie. Hope everyone is good.
Hello.
Ezekiel says, hey, it's the legend Rue. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Drew hasn't shown up in a while. Please mock him accordingly.
Ed says, Rue. Big Dog says, hello, Rue. When he comes back in, I'll let him know.
And this will get, a little darker and stuff, but
Sure.
right now.
What a treat to have, like, several hours to just work on
Yeah.
painting this guy.
Yeah.
Jay Webster says, evening all.
Most of our work is a little more, just rushed, just because of the pacing of,
Yeah, yeah.
there's many things to do.
It's so bulbous.
It's a wee bit bulbous. I'm sure emphasizing that crack will make it less so.
What's that?
I said I'm sure emphasizing that crack will make it less so.
It's a crevasse.
It's a crevasse. There, the crevasse.
And walk around the head to paint 4 inches further over.
Yeah, he's at like an awkward height where it's convenient to paint his face is less convenient to paint the rest of him.
Yes. My squatty painting skills are not as good as they ought to be.
Reagan says, see you later, alligators. I'm off to make stilt pants. Have fun.
Bye, homie. See ya.
We do like a stilt pant. Big Dog says, Stacy, is the Kelpie going to glow in the dark or UV or both?
No, it's gonna be in the Monster Museum because it's daytime, like it's broad daylight. So there's not a merit to having it glow
Now,
in the dark.
we do have UV reactive stuff
Yes.
in the museum. It's just not really over by where he is.
And we don't want to overdo that either.
Yeah.
That's an effect I like to use very sparingly.
Yeah. And currently, it's mainly being used. I think we use it in like 2 places in the museum. The Medusa eyes.
3 places. Medusa eyes,
Yeah.
the
Ghost plaque.
The ghost
ghost
plaque.
splat,
Yeah.
and the glowing eyes of the
Of the what?
hellhound.
Oh yeah. That's sort of what I think.
It's the eye of the hellhound. It's a feeling so strong.
Edson says, BRB gonna stuff my face with food. Karagoff says, make excellent pants, Reagan. Yes. Ezekiel says, will it be moist? There should
It
be
will
none of
look
it.
moist. Hang on.
Chomped. No, never know. I'm gonna move them over here so you can see what you're doing.
I'm about to move to this side.
I'm gonna leave them right here so they can see what you're doing.
Right. I was doing that side first. They'd be like, I'm interested. What is he doing? And then by the time I get over here, they're like, oh, that was all the point.
Rob says, and what are you using as a moistener?
Eurocoat. There's a product from Smooth On that, as far as I know, is really only good at making things moist.
Look points.
Look moist. Well, there's a brief period of time where it does make them also moist. Still cures.
I get take.
Are you, I can tell if it's leaking out of the elbow or if it's just scooped up a bit.
It's scooped. Gotcha.
Like,
Don't worry about
do
that.
we have a secondary drain?
No.
Every mold has a secondary drain if you carry it wrong enough.
Blech. Splatty. Splatty.
If you recall, we put crocodile eyes in there and then latexed over them. So theoretically, when we're done with this paint job, peel that latex off. Cool eyes.
Crocodilian.
If we do it right.
If we did it right. Otherwise, we're gonna go in with a tiny razor blade and scrape paint and stuff off with an eyeball. It'd be great.
Oh, you're gonna use so much lime green. I'm getting you another bottle. That was a half bottle to begin with.
I'm using it sparingly. I do like a lot of the techniques we used on this guy. We did a lot of stuff different than we normally do.
Yeah? What in particular?
Starting with the taxidermy form.
Yeah?
I know I'm going to be doing a lot of that for the Cryptid Museum coming up.
Yeah. And now we know that contact cement thins liquid nails.
Yes, yeah, that's another one that was really good to find out.
And kind of bubbles up. Gave us
Yeah.
a weird warty texture. Big Dog says there's a color difference between my phone and TV. 85-inch Kelpie looks blue and phone looks green. Yeah, in reality, it looks quite green, and on my monitor screen it looks very blue. But the green that he's laying in currently is a very vibrant lime green.
No, I just switched from that.
Well, okay, the green he was just laying in moments ago was a vibrant lime green. And it's hardly showing up on camera at all, which is wild.
I need to know a druggie that does some spray paint. I have questions. I'm like, no, that's
She's no what?
no, needs to
She
know
wants
a
to
druggie.
meet someone who huffs paint.
Oh, no, you don't.
Because she has questions. And I'm like, no,
Just look for
no.
people outside of Walmart with silver teeth.
Yep. I was telling her that druggies prefer metallic.
Hence the silver teeth. Silver
Witness me.
teeth.
We live, we die, we live again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like
Yeah. She's looking nice. We'll get some good pictures of this and post it on the Creepers group.
Swampy, Kelpie.
Paragoff says, Kelpie looks a vibrant turquoise on my phone and more of a stone marble blue on the bigger screen. Interesting what mobile phones do to color.
Yeah. Oh.
Is this the shelf that used to be the paint? Yeah, this was the airbrush table
Yeah.
at the shop because it's got the little hooks on the side. Big Dog says, question, does anyone know people that have a haunt in Louisville or Lexington, Kentucky?
Teddy does.
Yeah. Teddy knows a lot of people.
Because he was from that area.
Ezekiel says, throw a shrimp on the puddle pony, said in a ridiculous Aussie accent.
Should not encourage him, Ezekiel.
I mean, if anything, we needed a shrimp. Also, I do like that we're gonna have him in for the high seas weekend. We have a new aquatic creature.
Yes.
Now, sure, is this mostly a freshwater critter? Listen, that's neither here nor there. It came in on a boat.
Right. Could be a hippocampus, who knows? The hippocampus would look a lot like this.
Yeah?
We were in here the other day and I said something about a hippocampus.
Yeah.
And Bug said, that's a part of your brain. I'm like, no, that's a water horse.
It could be two things.
It was both, turns
Yeah.
out. I'm like, were you thinking of hypothalamus? She was not.
Yeah.
But you also wasn't wrong.
Right, yes.
Nice Jada says shrimp tax. Oh, dripping some molten ouch there.
Yeah, it's good for me.
Is it? I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate the way that looks. He's got a certain cool pony mucilage going on.
Oh, it's so drippy.
It is quite drippy. Ew.
Horses are kind of gross.
It's true.
Not as gross as camels.
Watch out, they spit.
Oh. Yeah, I saw a great video of a camel stuck in a Mercedes the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, like the top half of the camel was coming out of the sunroof. Somebody made really poor choices.
Hmm. Are you doing tooths? What are you doing?
Building up teeth.
Alright. So, if he's gonna have hot glue teeth, that means we're definitely bringing him back.
They could be a little melty. I'm gonna Uracoat them so they'll have a urethane coating. They'll have gooey centers.
Okay. Big Dog says, if someone was interested in getting a horse head mold, where it would go?
Okay, a mold for a horse head or a positive of a horse head? Because I would buy a zebra taxidermy form.
Ezekiel says, color reminds me of the candy in the bottom of a Subway urinal. Don't eat the candy. Rob says, my braids don't fit well.
There's also a company that I
No,
do
my braids
business-
don't fit well. Gotcha.
There's a company that I do business with that makes statues for your house. There's two. There's one called LA Treasures, and there's another one called the Interior Gallery. And both of them make like animal statues.
Does Universal Rocks make more than just the unicorn?
Universal Rocks doesn't make them. I bought mine from them because they were holding it for sale.
Ah.
And I said, I want to buy it. And they said, I don't want it in my shop.
1980 says Alice the Caribbean camel, Atlantean alpaca. Go ahead. Big Dog says the one you have now. I have an idea.
Oh, this is a caribou form from Mackenzie Taxidermy. Or Van Dyke's Taxidermy. Just enough? Oh, mixed a little slow there, did ya?
1980 says Caspian cashmere.
I'm actually covered in cobwebs.
Yeah. Ezekiel says Big Dog on a mission.
Hey there, little guy.
Him just a little guy.
I think I like this.
Yeah, he do BT though.
Just popping in to say bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Of course, if you need anything else, let me know.
Okie dokie.
See ya, bud. See ya.
Ezekiel says Caribbean camel just sung to Billy Ocean's Caribbean Queen. All right, Ezekiel, you found a song I don't know. Big Dog says okay, thanks. We were doing Monster Camp with Robert, and so everyone was picking different songs to have the ALEXA play. And he's like, don't take this wrong, but do you know the words to every song? And I was like, I mean, a lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Not every.
Not every.
The answer is yes. I
Pop-
stand by my.
You're one of the few people who has as much musical knowledge as Shannon.
Yeah.
That girl knows some Muzaks.
Honda Swamp Adventure says, hi everyone, just checking in really quick because I have an orchestra concert tonight. Thank you, Alan, for the old Kelpie. It will be in a good home.
I love that.
Rob says, does your Monster Museum have merch? Not currently.
No.
That's a crucifix.
And that's a sore subject. Thank you for bringing it up. No, it doesn't have any merch. We don't have time to make anything to sell. We can't do T-shirts or anything there because the fair does not allow anyone else to sell T-shirts because they sell T-shirts. So items there kind of get juried in. Ideally, I would make heads on plaques and stuff to sell.
We had people this season more than any other ask if the creatures inside were for sale.
Yes.
Of course it.
Ezekiel says, what, you don't know that song? Yes, you do. Colin said she'd recognize if she heard
You
it.
do.
Probably.
You
I
absolutely
probably
do.
would recognize it, but I can't summon it. And therefore I don't know it.
She does.
We used to sell like vampire steaks and we still sell rosaries, I guess, but they're not specifically branded
Right.
merch.
We used to have a lot of branded merch.
Yeah. We should go back to that. Especially if we're doing the thing.
You find me some time, find you some merch.
Listen.
I have a box of hammer handles.
I know. I was there when we acquired
In order
those.
to turn into steaks.
Yeah.
And
we
I have
just-
a laser to put it on there.
Mhm.
So we have the technology.
Mhm. We just need bodies.
Time.
Other,
Time,
other
energy.
people have time, but we have money we can buy other people with. So.
I'm currently capped on the amount of people that I can purchase.
Also true.
Until they lift those pesky laws.
Karagoff says a plushie Kelpie. I imagine we would not be allowed to sell plushies because there are other people in the fair that sell plushies.
If they were our plushies
Sure.
and
I-
custom.
And I guess if they were fabric and not, I think all the plushies that currently occupy fair are like crocheted.
They're all
So
knitted.
if we did fabric plushies, we could probably
Yeah.
get away with that.
This guy's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm liking him so
He's
far.
gooey.
He's not gooey enough yet.
Oh no.
He's gonna be real gooey.
mighty gooey.
Can you grab the kit of Eurocoat that you bought from? Would you open up the kit of Eurocoat that you bought and read how to use it?
Sure.
Because I used it 14 years ago.
Many moons
It was
long
great.
ago.
I have not used it at all.
Right.
Sean Fetter says new merch for Dark Hour Pocket Burger plushie. Rob says this would make a fantastic plushie. Listen, I would be totally stoked to make plushies. Also
Stacey?
in my vast amount of
With
spare
all the
time.
love in my heart, you'd be stoked to make 4 plushies. And then you would be like, I'm done making plushies. I'm not
Correct.
going to do this anymore.
Listen,
Okay,
they'll be
okay.
limited edition.
Yeah.
Bug can make them with you.
Yeah.
You're excited to make
And
one
then you'll have
of
10.
some.
Yeah.
And then you'll be done
Right.
with them forever.
1980 says, I saw a horse I seen. You see horse. Ezekiel says, I'm here to help with ladies' night opening music. People like
We
this
need
thing.
regular opening music.
Nah,
Where are
listen,
you
we got
with that,
priorities.
Ezekiel? Come on now. Dropping the ball.
Alan's like, I try not to think about ladies' night too hard.
What happens at ladies' night continues to happen as ladies' night until I watch it.
That's right. John C says he looks so good. Hugo Cordier Lefte says hello.
Hello, Hugo. Greetings in Brazil.
Brazil. Big Dog says I would get a plushie. Maybe I will make an extremely limited run of plushies for the Patreon. In 3 years. Ezekiel says, just say the word, Rue, I got you covered.
Word.
What kind of genre do you think our Still Beast Live theme music would occupy?
Traditional rock.
Yeah, we're a like give me a TV show that has a similar
I would want synthwave.
synthwave, like
Sounds
Night
fine.
Rider vibes.
Yeah.
I could do it. I
1980 says Seabiscuit was already taken. We call him
Great
Aqua Cookie because Seabiscuit was already taken.
I thought you said steamed biscuit.
Steamed biscuit.
I was like, that's the dancing name.
Sean Fenner says sea muffin. Then that was my dancing name. Ezekiel thinks swing jazz. We need something with a trumpet section. Big brass.
For the record, the way that I'm doing these teeth, have I ever done a teeth this way before? No. Do I know this will work? No. But why am I doing it this way? Because I can't peel them off this plastic. So
Choices were made.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Didn't we have a whole bunch of silicone?
I don't know where it is. I ain't got time to go look. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Do we have some? Yes.
I know.
Is one easily accessible in costuming
Yeah.
that's 100 feet away from here?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
whose fault is that?
I didn't design the building.
There'll be another door eventually.
Creative Dude says, oh hey, there's a Kelpie in there.
There's a
Whoa.
Kelpie.
I put you guys over here to see what Alan is doing, but also extreme Kelpie close up.
Oh, snores.
Snores. Dan McCorrison says hello all. Hi
That
Dan.
reminded me of a cartoon called The Snorks.
The Snorks, yeah.
Anybody remember The Snorks?
Yeah.
We were just talking about them,
They were a Smurfs knockoff.
but they're gonna remake.
I was gonna say, Six Flags had a ride, right?
Yep.
Isn't it the Snorks?
I don't think those were the Snorks.
No, they're the Speelunkers. I'm
Right, they
I'm
just
lying.
looked like Snorks.
They did look like Snorks.
That may be the reason there's no more ride.
Ezekiel says, do you have or had Play School TV show in the USA?
Not that I
TV
know
show?
of.
No.
No. 1980 says, opening theme is a combo of the Munsters and Benny Hill.
Listen,
My brain just went so many places.
Ezekiel, I mostly watched, I haven't finished it yet because I left the shop, an Australian horror movie that was terrifying in like those could be real people kind of way.
Ooh.
It's called Body Melt, and it was on Tubi for free. Body Melt on Tubi, terrible, terrible movie. There is a inbred family that is gets high marks on grossness. This is not a recommendation. I'm saying it's a terrible movie that I'm really enjoying. If y'all watch it, I'm at fault.
Big Dog says, smash the thumbs up button, please, for Alan. Big Dog says, man in window on Kelpie. Ezekiel says, moist Smurfs. We're cracking up, Hugo.
They are kind of moist Smurfs.
Yeah. Ezekiel says, body melt on the list. Creative Dude says, I think I hear a Rue in there too. You do.
Yeah, Rue's here. We have a rare Rue sighting.
It's a
That was
well
hard to say.
like.
A werewolf sighting.
Ezekiel says, oh, so it's about my neighbors.
Listen, y'all, I spend a lot of time in this room.
Just not when we're live.
Ezekiel, did you watch Only Lovers Left Alive?
All right, Alan. Mixed ratio is 100A to 10B
Right.
by weight.
Yeah.
Hot life is 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Recoat time is 30 minutes. Pack-free time is 2 hours. And full cure is 16 hours.
Okay. So we'll do this. It's ready to go tomorrow. That's the last step. After I get these teeth on, I'm going to go ahead and open up the eyes,
Yeah.
and then we'll mix up some Eurocoat and apply.
And we goop the hell out of him. Ezekiel says, I haven't yet. It's second on the to-do list. Anxiously
Suppose we
waiting
might need
your
another
feedback.
Bottle,
Hmm?
a smaller application bottle setup than 5 gallon.
Of what?
Europe.
They,
Yeah, you want to break that down to something else.
Caroline Boland says, hello everyone. Hi
Do
Caroline.
that in just a second after I show Alex.
Hello,
Whatever Alex.
Caroline.
Swedish shower.
Yeah, and Ezekiel, Ixnay on the idks, Achwe, Adibe, Eltme. Don't let your kids watch it.
I think it was correct, Big Latin.
That was a tough one.
Yeah?
Watching, anything with ing
Notching way?
is, yeah, it's hard.
Mike Vacha says, when's the next live on Corpsing a Skeleton? We never finished the last one.
Well,
I feel like we finished it.
we did have the class, and the class went very well.
Yeah.
Very few fires were had.
We didn't light anything on fire in that class. For more than a couple of seconds.
I'm so excited. I am teaching a spray foam class at MHC. I have a 2-hour
Ooh.
workshop.
Oh, that's exciting.
It really is.
Oh, 1980.
Thickening the teeth. That's a word.
Were these teeth of whimsy? You
Huh?
decided to go with these instead of like pumpkin teeth?
Yeah, I use pumpkin teeth for the spines.
Yeah.
I don't like to use pumpkin teeth as spines
Mm.
in his teeth.
Fair.
I don't want them to have a little more of a clear sea creature vibe.
Uh-huh.
My pumpkin teeth are all
Pumpkin teethy.
not clear.
Prawn Stars is just where they go and try and sell used shrimp to people.
You gotta be hard up to buy used shrimp. That's like buying underwear from a thrift store. I don't know about that. I don't feel
Secondhand shrimp.
good. I don't feel good about that. That's a poor purchase. Real underwear is not that expensive and unnecessary in many situations.
Listen, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Oh, you're correct.
Ezekiel says, I'll watch that movie this Arvo? Stacey have Gap today. Nice. 1980 says, yeah, but who watches after the first 3 minutes? Woof. Them two first.
I've made way more teeth than I need.
Yeah. Well, that means you can just pick the best.
Right. And do I want him to have wedgie teeth or pokey teeth?
Rob says, hashtag costumer cringe. Yeah.
That's pretty.
Don't shoulder check the cookie. Welcome back, Edson. Big Dog says pokey teeth.
Yeah, I did. I'm going with the pokey teeth.
Yeah.
I concur.
I love with the drips on there, especially with the angle that we've currently got him on. He looks like a Stephen Gamble horse.
Steve. Oh. God.
Scary
Tails.
stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, scary tales.
1980 says, finished a Kelpie from hoof to tooth.
No oof.
No hoof. Ezekiel says, Alan, have you ever seen Bad Boy Bubby?
No, I have not seen Bad Boy Bubby. I have not.
Big Dog says, like a wolf eel.
Like a wolf eel, yes.
Oh man, speaking of a wolf. Okay, so I've been listening to a Call of Cthulhu game. And someone posted this comic that like with the accompanying idea. What a fun idea to play a Call of Cthulhu campaign as like forest creatures, and the eldritch horrors that you face are humans.
Yeah.
And the comic, I'll send it to you because it was great, is, oh gosh, now I'm going to blank on the name of the dog. You know those hunting dogs that are white with a real long, weird face? I wish there was.
What, Mackenzie?
No, like skinnier than that. They're
It's-
like, oh come on, show me my search history.
Yeah. Them teeth.
Them teeth though. A borzoi?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the comic is a wolf encountering a borzoi in the woods, and it's like, at first you think it's like you, right? It looks like you, but
But
beautiful, like
it's
white like
distorted.
snow. But it's not like you, and its face is too long, and it talks, but it talks in this weird sing-song voice that isn't the same as your voice, and its eyes are black, and it and it comes with other things, you know, things that shoot fire and you know occupy too much vertical space and all this. So like the eldritch horror of being a wild animal and encountering a domesticated species. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, good concept.
Yeah. Cooper Mundheim says, I love those taxidermy cores. They're so versatile.
Yes, they are. It's coming along.
Yeah.
By the way, you should put in teeth the same way you paint a 5-gallon bucket. Get the hardest area to reach first.
Mm-hmm.
Paint the bottom of the bucket. So when you're putting in teeth, don't put in your front teeth first. They're just going to be in the way of your other teeth. I mentioned this.
Because you did not do that.
Nope. Nope, that was cool. Put it right there.
Not even a little.
Yeah, it'd be cool if I could get my hand in here. But some butthole put teeth in the way.
Weird. Yes, and always take care when walking alone, lest you meet those monsters in the woods. They look beautiful at first, like snow, but then you see their too long faces, their eyes all black, and you hear their garbled words spoken in sing-song voices, like a parody of you. It's really such a terrible thing to know. I was like, ooh, give me the willies, I love it.
That's kind of like, I want to give the fish that I catch a good story to tell their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna like Eurocoat the snot out of these teeth,
Yeah.
so I think that will help their reliability. Two more here, and I can do them.
Two-ply guy says I picked up one of those deer taxidermy cores on the cheap last year. Used it as a base to make a bunch of wyverns with Loctite.
Very cool. I like me some wyverns.
Is it wyverns?
There are wyverns.
Is it, I mean, is it pronounced wyverns or wyverns?
Well,
I mean, it could
it's
go
hard
either
to
way.
find someone to correct you while you're
Yeah.
pronouncing mythical creature names. You know, I know for years I called him Pisiodon
Oh,
because
that's how it's spelled.
that's how it's spelled. So Poseidon was Pisiodon
Yeah.
until someone corrected me.
Oh yeah. What was mine? Oh yeah, Casio.
Casio.
Yeah. Ezekiel says new Australian shark movie coming called Fear Below. Looks disturbing.
Nice. There's an Australian horror movie called There's Something in the Pilliga. Don't bother watching that one.
Big Dog says, what show is next for Dark Hour?
So we just did a photo shoot today. It might even still be happening. Of we have our Fang Frenzy show coming up next on June 13th, and in that show there will be werewolves, were snails, and wear spiders.
By popular demand.
Yeah, we actually put out a vote online for people to help us pick which monsters to use for Fang Frenzy. And they picked were snails. So here we are making were snails. Alex is painting
Snail shells.
snail shells even as we speak.
Also, you picked a pretty snail shell for that.
Yeah, what, who wants to have an ugly snail shell?
Yeah.
Snail shells.
Was thinking I ought to get Deidre and get her a big salt shaker.
Used to have one
Yeah.
for fair, chasing mermaids.
I like that.
Salt.
I would also accept teriyaki, not teriyaki, soy sauce.
Soy sauce. What are you accepting soy sauce for?
Chasing mermaids with a giant bottle of soy sauce.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to tell Tony that because he's here all weekend, and
Cocktail sauce.
cocktail sauce also would be good, which they sell. They have the best cocktail sauce.
Well, the drunken sailor that was giving me the French fry
Yeah,
thing, his ketchup is cocktail sauce.
correct.
So I think he expected me to react to that, but it was delicious.
Yeah, no,
So.
it's the best.
I would assume French fries are better than cocktail sauce.
They're pretty tasty.
Really good.
And the thing is, like, when I go to fair, if I'm going to acquire fish and chips, I always think I want chips, and then I get them, and I don't. I like 3 of them, and I'm like, that's all I wanted. So when the drunken sailor comes by, and he gives us some of his chips, I'm like, oh wait, thank you. These are perfect. That's exactly
It's
what I want.
not an environment that I want potato chips. I mean,
Fried,
French fries.
fried food.
No, yeah, I want clean food.
Yeah, I discovered that the Greek place across the
Oh
fair
yeah.
does both a hero that is really good and also a hummus plate.
Do you walk over there singing, I need a hero?
I don't.
Not to be good. Now that hummus plate is
Yeah, it slaps. I'm about it.
really nice.
It's like Kalamata olives, tomatoes, and celery, and hummus, and some pita.
It's like a healthy portion.
Yeah, it's like a full plate. Granted, it's $12, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Big Dog asked Stacey, is Alex wearing cow print today? I think she got her cow print shoes on, she got her cow print bag, but she's in there doing paint right now, so we'll make her come prove later.
That I was just doing. Show her how some airbrush painting tricks.
Big Dog says
Giving shadow and depth.
fries with malt vinegar is good. Yeah, true facts. Cooper Mundheim says 90-degree Waxahachie sun plus warm fish is a great combo.
Yeah, that's
Now listen, they have a salmon croquette that is lovely.
Oh, yeah.
But
Salmon croquettes are really good.
also, like, I can't eat that too fast.
I wouldn't eat a whole one.
But they're little. Like,
Yeah,
they're little guys.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not a salmon fan.
Oh yeah, I'm a salmon
I only like white fish. Fish racist.
fan. you fish racist. Racist.
Frasius? Ha-ha!
What
Did it without breaking off the pull tab.
What do people, pescatarians?
Yeah. They
Only eat fish or they don't eat fish?
They only eat
Only
fish.
fish.
Okay.
That's as far as meat goes.
Pescatarian.
Alexa, stop. Masato K says, good to see y'all.
Hello!
Masato. Ezekiel says, salmon for cats.
Yeah.
Scott Colehart says, hello all, hope everyone is well.
Scott Colehart!
We love
I
that
haven't
guy.
seen you in forever. We missed you, Scott. Good to see you on, sir. Yeah, sometimes, like, we fell off the wagon there for a while on doing lives, and
Yeah.
when you do that, not
People go
everybody quickly comes back, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody has lives, everybody has things going on, without doubt.
It is known.
But, I
Ezekiel says, my wife and her family eat some horrible forms of fish. Oh yeah, your wife is oh no. MR not work.
Part of my finger stuck there.
Yeah.
Tooth didn't.
Yeah.
Let's try that again.
Creative Deuce says, will you guys be on until 8 p.m.? That's the plan.
Yes. Our 8 p.m.
Al Matra art.
Which may not be your 8 p.m., but it may. All right.
This hand has to do this. This hand has to do this. Yeah.
I feel like that is the right path.
Big Dog says, I miss his theme song. The Al Matra art theme song.
Al Matra art.
Ba ba ba.
Did it with a whistle.
It's the snake states. Scott Colehart says, my dad eats lutefisk.
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 Blech. So gross.
It's like pickled.
Lutefisk.
It's like pickled fish, right?
It's worse than pickled
It's
fish.
worse than pickled fish.
Pickled fish is just like pickled herring. Lutefisk is like
Fermented
Fermented
pickled fish.
Pickled fish.
pickled fish. Very different.
Fermented
That
pickled
is
fish.
someone's
Now listen,
dancing name, but they don't know it.
I'm not opposed categorically to trying pickled fish, but fermented pickled fish. I feel like
Slight moral opposition.
yeah, I
Don't
feel
think
like
you can do that.
I feel like I can imagine what that smells like, and I'm not about it.
People say, or fermented fish. See, my brain says something other than fermented. It just says rotten. Because
It's
meat
controlled rot.
isn't supposed to ferment.
Edson says, haha, thanks gang. Ezekiel says, any Swedish fish is damn nasty. Listen, the little red ones are pretty good. Scott Colehart says, lutefisk is dried whitefish, usually cod, but sometimes ling or burbot, cured in lye. It's made from aged stockfish, air-dried whitefish.
Bug, for the first time ever, realized that Swedish fish were red herrings the other day while we were talking. Had never picked up on that
That's so
before.
funny.
That
Ezekiel says, sourstrumming. Do not Google
it's
it.
like, yeah, that's the thing. And she's like, wait, oh my.
Masato case of Swedish Fish candies, yeah. Big Dog says, that is a taste I will never like. My grandfather loved it. Creative Duke says, 104 degrees over here. The only thing that tastes good over here is a cold beer. Don't want to bake bread in the car today. Ezekiel says, we've invented steak and hot dogs and hamburgers since the Viking Age. Scott Colhart says, you're correct,
Wow, this
Stacey.
stuff stinks.
John Sheffield says, pickling is a fermentation process. That's true. It just is not quite as far along in the fermentation
Yeah.
process, yeah?
It's a different, totally different thing in my brain.
There's a really great, like, multi-part, I guess it's a docu-series, called Cooked, that I really liked.
Is there a question mark at the end of that?
No, just talking about fermentation. It's like, he talks about the, like, main primary ways that people prepare food. So, like, using fire for food, using water for food, using air for food. And he has a whole section on the fermentation process and like sort of the history of when people started fermenting food. What?
Crush your enemies. See them driven before you.
There you go, Alan. Usable side.
And rejoice at the fermentation of the hair.
You're the fermentation of the heavenly.
Not the women.
I prefer my women to be unfermented, please. 2 a.m. There's more of those rolling around.
Pretty easy to find them.
Masato cases fermentation is edible rotting. Yeah, controlled rot.
as a doorman at a bar, $2.15.
That's when you get the fermented
You're
lemon.
playing dodgeball.
The
It's like,
pickled
nope,
lemon.
nope, not interested, thanks.
The pickled
I'm
ladies.
going home too. You're going home alone, bye.
Karagoff says Kelpie getting an elegant aquatic plant mane.
Yeah, a little main action happening.
Ezekiel says Chunderfest, pickled, fermented, left outside for months. Ooh. Scott Colehart says lutefisk looks and feels like gelatin. Ugh.
How you know
Nope.
you're doing it?
I don't like that. I think you said it's dried. How does it feel like gelatin if it's dried? Because like dried fish, I feel like fish jerky I could get down with, I guess. But like,
You are not the drill I just had. You're another drill that wasn't put away.
Big Dog says I will eat C rations and K rations before I will lutefisk. Lutefisk. What is K rations?
It's,
C rats are cold, K rats are hot.
Ah.
are they hot because of a chemical reaction, like some MREs have the
No.
heater in them?
You just put hot water in them?
They're brought out in like tubs with like warming tubs.
The hot
They're, like,
MREs are not that bad.
hot water heated.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like they pour a bunch of
So
hot
they're
water in a
boilish.
tub, and then it's the pans of food are heated in those tubs. They're kind of gross.
Big Dog says, and yes, I have eaten C rations. I feel like I've heard
We
C
used to have a
rations.
guy at fair who would make hardtack every year.
Nice.
But you weren't eating that year's hardtack, you were eating the hardtack he made 4 years ago.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it has to dry for like a really long time. The Tasting History guy did a whole attack. It's probably not years of drying, but it's a long time. Tony went through a phase where he was really excited about making both hardtack and like pemmican.
Pemmican, yeah, that's tasty.
Yeah,
If you like bison fat blueberries.
yeah, yeah. I'm just excited about
I do.
grinding dried meat.
Turns out. That's
Masato Case has just got back after 3 weeks in Japan and a cruise. That's awesome.
Nice. I just told my wife the other day, I'm like, honey, book a cruise for February. Because it's the only time of year I have a chance at it.
And we're going to be finishing the Transworld stuff a month in advance this year, so it's
And
totally fine.
any,
It'd be perfect.
yeah. Well, here's my plan, all right?
Uh huh.
I'm saying it here now.
Yeah.
The only stuff I want to bring to Transworld
Yeah.
is stuff that we made for us anyway.
Yeah. Correct.
Like, we could bring the hanging bodies, we can, you know what I mean? We can bring some of that, but.
We already have a plan for Transworld. We got booth layout and everything.
Do it?
Yeah.
Great. Was I involved?
You were.
Okay. Cool.
I'm putting it all into as soon as we get this year's Transworld production done. I'm putting it all into Monday, and we're gonna start making it for the show for October, so we've got time to take pictures of it.
Okay,
and stuff.
I must go harass a bush for more reviews.
Oh my God! Come around and show this. You have to come around and show this because it's beautiful. Alex, you have outdone
Alex?
yourself.
You did good, kid.
That is
Good.
beautiful. Wow. Do the spinny spinny.
Well, the other side's not done yet.
Well, sure, but
I just
like,
got excited.
listen, that looks great.
Very nice, very nice.
Big Dog says World War II sea ration. We ate them as a kid. Is it dry? Can you try it on?
Yeah.
Ezekiel says February coming to visit me. I must begin for preparations. Snail. These are the prettiest were snails. I'm so excited. Karagoff says, "Wow, Alex."
Why is my snail falling? What's happening?
Lutefisk is so gross.
Hold my shell.
So gross.
I didn't know.
Scott Colhart says lutefisk is rehydrated during the cooking process.
Mm-hmm.
Rob says it looks like candy. Big Dog says very nice work, Alex. I want one.
Me
Scott
too.
Colhart says looks great, nice job. Sean Regal says I love it, Alex. Great work. It's beautiful. Snail.
I need my
Yeah, it
scooter
looks
board.
pretty awesome.
Here she comes. Here comes Speed Racer. Go, Speed, go.
Wait. Yeah,
Sean Regal says I love it, Alex. Great work. Masato Queso maybe in Brisbane next September. Big Dog, I didn't forget your Stilt Beast Cruise thing. I'm gonna tell Alan when he comes back. I friggin' love it. It's so cute. And it's pretty.
What about cruise? Nobody's cruise.
Yeah, he said we need a Stilt Beast Cruise. I'm like, yeah, we do. Oh, smooth.
Got it. Didn't spill, but like one little drop.
Good catch. Yikes. Caroline Boland says beautiful.
What happened?
Hand is definitely not working.
Yeah.
100% right now.
Edson says hump. What hump? Masato says woo. Snail. So the current plan for snails is they're going to be on little scooter scoops.
Yep.
Little scooter scoops.
We got little furniture dollies from the Harbor Freight,
Yeah.
and you sit on it and go.
Zoom. Zoom.
It's
Okay.
Laura and I.
All right. So
product
you have
tested.
cow skull and you have cow print on your watch. They were asking if you had cow print on today.
She was happy. I stood away for a second and look at it with fresh eyes again. Yeah.
I was too close.
Big Dog says she outdid herself.
Yeah.
Scar and I product tested the little scooters last Friday during lunch. We walked. We scooted through the entire house.
Who did that?
Me and Scar.
Okay.
On the little furniture dolly for the snails. We product tested.
Got it.
It was during lunch.
How was their mobility?
How many times did you run over your fingers?
None.
Yay.
That's the important part.
We like that.
Cars fingers?
Neither of
Did,
us.
did you run over each other's fingers?
Nope.
Next time apply yourself.
So Alan, Big Dog says we need a stilt, or Masato, sorry, it was Masato. Masato K says we need a Stilt Beast cruise,
We do. I would agree.
like the Joko Crazy Cruise.
That'd be fun.
We
So-
could,
It'd be even more fun if we could like go on a cruise and create at night.
yeah. What I was saying is that like we set up classes, like where you go like at night and do like making cakes and stuff. I think
So,
it'd be fun.
Stacy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a
Get on that.
$100 idea.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking the logistics of
Yeah.
making things out of bringing supplies.
Sure. Yeah.
But a D&D cruise
Yeah.
with planned
Oh yeah.
games
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sessions
Absolutely.
and parks and stuff.
I
Yeah.
want to say that already exists.
I haven't heard of it.
I know that they have D&D stuff on the Joko Crazy Cruise.
Who's Joe Crazy?
That's Jonathan Colton, and he is a nerd musician, and he has a cruise that features a lot of other nerd musicians and nerdy stuff.
Nerd musician. Whoa, whoa.
I did feel very cool. My brother and his wife were talking about D&D stuff the other
Mhm.
day. Not that they know anything about it, but I was able to give some feedback to it. And I said, I know a thing or two.
What do you know a thing or two about?
Well, not a whole lot, but more than they did about the D&D.
About the D&D?
The didn't.
Okay, so there are already several existing
Great.
D&D cruises. Yeah. There's the D20 Cruise, a TTRPG vacation. There's D3 at Sea, your ultimate TTRPG adventure awaits.
I hate to say that's like easy, but
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah, dndcruise.com.
.com.
.com. Geek Cruise Vacations and Specialty Voyages. The D20 Cruise.
Okay. I think that he is Maine, and I like his mane. Rue, do we do his eyes and then your coat? Let's clear his eyes out. So I might need to airbrush around his eyes.
Hey, Masato Cases, I'm taking the Comic-Con cruise end of January.
Oh, I would hear
I wonder if you could contact them about panels. Yeah, that'd be great. Ezekiel says a
But,
cruise
I mean,
with the
now you
Stilt
have to
Beast
worry
crew.
about the
Drinks
eyes.
would have to be rationed.
Your coat makes everything shiny.
You're just gonna make
Unless it collapses them.
In which case, we rip them off.
Things are fine. Big Dog says, Stacy, how's the goat dice cup coming? It's gonna be a long time before we escape alive without goat bowls. I have not worked on it. It is low on my priority list currently.
And if she hadn't worked on it, I would admonish her because we have other crap to do.
It's still full of stuff. Have not yet drained the goat.
Oh, okay.
Boy, he looks great.
And I look back and I'm like, oh, you're
Holy
dead.
crap.
I need the
Ezekiel says, it's alive, it's
blade
alive.
for- That's right.
There.
Yeah, the main really.
For this one.
Yeah. All of them have that like Sargasso going.
Yeah, Hunter's Cruise would be pretty awesome.
We tried to do one before, but the guy organizing it did not sell enough.
Well, that is a marketing failure right there. Wonder how many you have to sell.
Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna airbrush that.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
We can always, keep dipping alcohol after.
Yeah. Big Dog says the eye pulls it together. Very nice. Karagoff says loving Kelpie so much. You guys can have 2 more weekends to come see it at the Mythical Monster Museum.
Rue, mixeth thy Uricoat.
Make it goop.
Oh, we gonna group them up.
Make it goop. Just had it. Tongue compressor. I have to go to the store and buy new more tongue compressors tomorrow.
Are you out of tongue compressor?
Like, we had like a bunch, and then we just didn't. So I don't know what happened there.
What are you gonna say? Rob says a little guy liner.
Yeah.
Did you just assume the gender of our Kelpie?
Some creatures have an innate gender,
Yeah.
some don't.
Yeah.
I don't know that Kelpies do.
Nobody checked the Kelpie's bits.
Yeah. Do Kelpies have external bits like horses?
Well,
or
how do you-
internal of a like in a cloaca like a gator?
Right? Or are they more like fish? And they just lay eggs and
Someone comes by and
someone comes by and fertilizes them.
how much mixing do I do?
That's so pretty.
Just mix.
Just mix.
All mixy mixy. Will it kick clear?
Yep.
Rue says it will. It's yellow, so it should make
Is
anything
it-
blue on here turn green.
Yeah.
Anything green on here turn yellow.
Turn greener.
It's supposed to be clear.
Ezekiel says Zombie likes the Kelpie from this angle, the creep. Jason Harris says just got home from work, looks great.
Thanks.
It do look great.
We're gonna allow Rue to finish reading up
I'm reading things I already read.
while I apply the first dubious batch.
Things are fine.
Dubious batches, whoa, whoa.
He'll say on the back, that's the good part. That's a good spot for that.
Liberally.
Apply liberty.
Yeah, I don't see any color going on.
We gonna find out.
Fry River.
Just have to make sure that you don't think there's a leak over the Kelpie.
That's just how it looks. The roof is new.
That part, anyways.
Yeah. Well, currently, the front counter has a roof that's 2 years old,
That's true.
and then, the main part has a 1-year-old, well, 4-month-old roof.
4 month old roof, yeah. No, not even 4 months.
Yeah.
2 month old roof.
We did the week before.
Oh, yeah.
Because we planned well.
Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh.
Okay. Brew any more?
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
I'm gonna make you a big cup.
Okay, I got
You
8
did that
minutes.
quick.
I can do a lot in 8 minutes, dude. Ask the wife.
I shan't.
Masato K says
She'd
if
probably
you're
tell you.
says if you're curious about Stilt Beast on a themed cruise, ECP Entertainment Cruise Productions runs several themed cruises and who is who Comic-Con uses for their cruise.
Huh.
That's awesome.
I guess
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Bug and Shannon have taken to having boyfriend chats.
That's not good.
Is
How do you stop that immediately?
so weird.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Okay, hope it's not bad to get on your hands. I'm gonna get some gloves.
Hey, what if we gloves? I'm just saying. It could be great.
What if we gloves? Whoa, whoa. Everything is to the tune of fashion dishes. Personal users, fashion users.
Hey, Rue.
Yes.
On your way home, Bug would like you to get McDonald's.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. And to get her sweet and sour sauce.
Got it.
Ezekiel says new orange shirt is
I
awesome.
love that. Message everybody but me.
This is
She said she wasn't sure if you were gonna check your phone. She knows I check my phone.
This is one that my friend Anthony, who now owns Cyclone Signs, he used to do some t-shirts. And this was his shirt.
One of them shirts still.
I thought for a second that I was wearing a Stilt Beast Studio shirt, because if you look at the screen right now,
Yeah.
it just looks like I'm like, wait, that's not my shirt. That's not what my shirt says. Yeah, this is Anthony's shirt.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Big Dog says gloves are overrated, skin grows back. Chris. Ezekiel says all those options, you want to get McDonald's, Rue. Come on, Rue.
Rude doesn't want McDonald's. Bug wants McDonald's.
I don't know. Who wants McDonald's too?
Bug is a simple creature.
Yes.
All happy.
Everything's set black. If you do that black, you just get shadow gray.
I think that mixed them
If it's not, he will be a sticky Kelpie. Which I guess is appropriate. No, for real, don't touch the Kelpie.
It should be high enough up where you can't touch the
Damn, I'm a fan. we did put up a sign for the Bogart with some severed fingers on it. That says days since Bogart incident 6. Watch your fingers, he bites.
Yeah, dates since Bogart incident 6. However, we were kind of closed up.
Isn't like
Usually how it
the
goes.
record still stands, alright?
Well, I haven't updated that sign yet.
Yeah. Ezekiel says, please don't wreck that new shirt. Oh, it's already got stuff on it.
Oh yeah, this is,
Not quite new.
it's not new, it just hangs out on a higher shelf than I normally go to.
How much Euro coat do you have?
I'm gonna make you another batch of
5
these
gallons.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot.
Now, that's not all for this project, but that ought to be enough for this project.
You also said we had a lot of projects for yours.
Dude.
I guess there's more at the store. Oh, it's so gross. I love it. He drippy, boss. He drippy.
How long is my pot life?
8 minutes.
Oh, good. Because I'm thickening.
You are thickening?
Yeah, I'm thicker than I was before.
Okay. This is goop on.
This is the point where we find out if it's going to eat anything.
It shouldn't to your thing.
Rob O'Brien says the moistening.
The main issue with urethanes is the heat will give off,
Yeah.
and that will melt polystyrene.
Ezekiel says, I see the message got through from the wife about the back brace.
Yeah.
I like how he, like, sort of straddles the line between horse and, like, dinosaur.
Yeah, like he's a donkey gator.
Donkey.
That was my dancing name in college.
That's why he refuses to show up in America, because
Yeah.
that's what they call him.
Yeah.
He's like, I will not stand for that name.
I will not go there. No.
Chomp.
They call me a donkey gator.
Again.
Need some like on the bottom jaw there.
Oh yeah, my next batch. Please, sir, I have some more.
I'm not gonna mix it in that cup.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine.
I mean, I could, but you just have less pot lifetime.
Here, you want this?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Cool.
Oh, I do. Ezekiel says, definitely got a T-Rex moosh.
There's a dry end and a wet end.
I'm sticking to the dry end.
Him are guilty. Yeah, I kind of love him.
Yeah, it's every now and then we'll do a new exhibit that hits like that's the new standard.
Yeah, this is the new standard. I don't hate that.
Yeah,
Now let's bring the rest of them up.
they should be as good as the Kelpie going forward.
Yeah. I want to put a teeny tiny little water pump on his head, so he just sort of
Drips.
drips water all day. Little catch basin underneath.
There's a, or is it Nixies who will
Yeah.
go to market in human form, female human form,
Yeah,
but you can tell because they leave a trail of water behind them.
I have not heard that, but I love that. Big Dog says, how long before it sets?
Pot life is 8 minutes, so it's probably tack free. I think you said 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a 2 hours tack free, then 16 hours full cured.
So he'll be ready to go to the museum this week. Yeah, see, future museum projects, we can put a Nixie pond in there and then have Kelpie above it and just drips into the Nixie pond all day.
Now, if we could work a cooling mist system in.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Oh my god, people would never leave.
Yeah. We have shade and moving air and mist. We can make a grotto. I have designs.
So do I.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have designs.
For a few years there, it looked like it was dug out from the ground.
Yeah?
And you could see tunnels like an ant farm.
Yeah.
And that's where a few of the exhibits were.
I like that.
It was fun.
Ezekiel says he looks real on screen with all the drippy drippies.
Yeah.
You done with that cup?
Yeah. I thought you didn't want this cup.
No, I want your mixing stick.
Oh,
Where'd your mixing stick go?
You're mixing
I didn't
it.
leave that in the cup.
I want that mixing stick. Alright, mixing your next one.
Yeah, I really think it would be fun to have to sort of go back to the roots of having a more interactive,
I was thinking-
like, characters.
What?
Not necessarily a troll in a cage again, but
Yeah, I don't want to do anything alive again.
A lot of people talk about remembering the troll.
It's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
we don't have to hire an alcoholic again. Like,
No one else will do it.
that's not true.
Stacey.
That's not true.
It's true. It's true.
Ezekiel says you should install this in your home pool.
They want to be a troll every day at fair, like you want to make all of the plushies. Like 2 days tops. Not gonna.
Yeah. I can think of at least one person that would want to be a troll in a cage at fair every day. That would totally be down for that.
What I want them to do.
Probably. They're quite fun.
Does he have to walk them?
They're
Like,
bangers.
So you think you
They're-
want to? So I want to clean that cage up? No, I don't. You take him for a walk right now.
They're probably my favorite patrons that we have at Kelpie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They would absolutely. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking
I
about.
do know who you're talking about, and yeah, they would absolutely be down. Ezekiel says you should install this in your home pool, Ellen. Yeah, listen, we're taking it down after the end of season. It's not coming to Dark Hour, it's going to Alan's house. This is his pool, Kelpie. As one does.
This is. I really want to goop up the snoot.
Yeah, goop that snoot.
So, Bug's dad is a big hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you go into his living room and it is just taxidermies. Like worse than walking into a Cabela's.
Yeah.
He has more in his living room than an entire Cabela's does.
Okay, it's a big living room.
But yeah, I want to do a living room all monsters. That'd be great.
Goop's all monsters.
Real
I'll get there. I got it. Do you think this is my last cup? I hope you don't.
Ezekiel says, are you bringing Rob back for the Ren Fair? No.
How's he doing? Is he swinging by and chatting? Good.
occasionally.
That's good.
I suspect.
This was the first cup, I think. You should still work that.
I don't say this a lot, but this horse is sexy.
Yeah.
He says he doesn't say that. Not what he said. Last time we went to the farm. You know what? I think I know what that's from.
What's it from?
I put blood all over the roasted spit guy today, and I
Yeah.
bet while spattering blood on him with the brush, I dropped him flying and landed on a Kelpie nose.
Make a mess? What did you say?
Rob says, see, it's a boy. Big Duck says, Rue, welcome to Alaska. We stopped saving moose heads and bear heads when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Said, welcome to Alaska. We stopped saving moose heads and bear heads when I was a kid.
No, you walk into Buck's dad's house. He's got like a muskox,
I think I'm done.
a front half of a muskox
No dry spots?
thing, like a zebra, like. See, that was your last cup. Oh, hold on. Let me get some. I know it.
Glove.
Yeah.
Ezekiel
I knew
says,
what I did right as soon as I
yeah.
did it.
Ezekiel says, my grandparents had a flat taxidermy tiger in the lounge. Was terrified as a kid. That's awesome.
I would, we don't want that brush anymore, Rue. Just throw it away. I think I need a little bit down there,
Yeah.
which I don't
I
have.
give it to you enough time. Make you another 100 back?
No, I wanna let this set up a little bit, so I'm not working around its drippiness.
Yeah.
All drippy drippy. Big Dog says I was born and raised in Alaska. Nice. See if that's glued to your hand from the previous round.
No. Not much.
Not much. Karagoff says, now that looks so realistically waterlogged. Next level.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be so drippy and gross. That spot on that pavement is gonna be such a pain.
It'll scrape up.
It'll scrape up.
There's lots of powder down there.
When I come and fetch him Friday.
What you need, Alex?
I need an example
White
white line.
line?
I got you.
White line.
I don't like I've done more.
All the while I think of you.
So I can't tell what is drippy from my paint
Yeah,
and what is drippy from drippy.
you need a flashlight.
Yeah, the shine is what really tells me. And I wanna hit the main a lot more,
Yeah,
cause where this has beads on it, looks
Yeah.
really nice.
yeah.
But this makes me feel good about how some of the monsters are gonna look in the Cryptid Museum.
Yeah.
Cause these are the techniques that I wanna use over there.
Oh yeah. Are we putting a Kelpie in the Cryptid Museum?
No, not a Kelpie, but there's, several lake monsters that would have a similar feel.
Hell yeah. Big Dog says the color pops now. Yeah, I wish I could give you guys a really accurate picture of how rich this looks. Like it looks a little washed
It
out.
looks grayed out on the image.
Yeah. But he's lush. So pot time uses 8 minutes. To tack is 2 hours.
2 hours. But in 10 minutes, I'm gonna put another,
Cova.
yeah.
Yoli. Yeah, he looked nice. That's a nice Kelpie. That little underjaw drips are great. Yeah, I feel like it suffers some of the same issues viewing the picture of it.
That's better.
A little bit. Still way bluer. Big Dog says the color on my TV looks great. Yeah, all that grass looks really yellow in the picture too. It's way greener
Yeah.
IRL.
But I could picture him laying underwater, you know, with just his nose and his eyes above and that little line of grass out of the water,
Mm-hmm.
and then coming up. And it looks like it's a good swimmer.
It does look like it's a good swimmer.
You know, and that's really cool because A, it's static, and B, it was a caribou.
Yeah.
So the fact that we got it to look like it's a good swimmer is exciting. Yeah.
Ezekiel says, imagine coming face to face with that underwater. Instant aqua.
Oh my God, yeah, and the size of it
Yeah.
also. He would be almost as long as my van.
Yeah.
So I bet this is 4 feet.
Handily.
And you think, that's not even to the foreleg.
No, not even a little. Yeah, he'd be massive. Elk are huge.
This is caribou.
Caribou.
Elk are a little smaller. I looked up the sizes.
All right.
So
See
I
what the
wanted,
biggest
I
boy
wanted
there
the
is.
biggest one I could get.
The biggest boy there is. Jason Harris says, looks really great. Love it. Yeah, he looks.
I'm a dorkfish.
I like that you like he manages to look both equine in that he's got his eyes.
But
on the
forward
side,
facing.
But forward facing, yeah. Like
I had to build up the
he looks,
iPads.
he
to
looks
do
like
that.
Skyrim horses. Skyrim horses have front facing eyes. Big Dog says caribou can swim.
Yes, so can deer,
Yeah.
but they don't look like they can swim.
Ezekiel says needs to be turned into a supermarket coin operated ride on. Epic.
Don't we all?
Yeah, he nice. Oh, don't drip. Oh, there's that one perfect little dangle.
Oh, another one will probably come.
Yeah.
Now, how much hero coat did I get on my monster?
Oh God.
Not too much.
Cooper Mundheim says the eyes really make the whole thing feel super realistic and eerie.
Spend money on good eyes. That's the lesson.
Yep.
Those are the biggest crocodile eyes they sell.
Nice. I can feel Dan requesting one of these as we speak.
Don't show him. Don't let him see it. Because you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, from this angle, like with the foreshortening, because he's at like a 45-degree angle to me, he does read very T-Rexy. From the side, he doesn't.
That's the upcurling of his lip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And the eye socket, the bone
Yeah.
around
The way
bone
it built up.
musculature around the eye. Yeah, I don't hate him.
Nope.
I think he's pretty kicking. So, did we figure out how we're gonna mount him?
The problems that I were solving was
How do I?
getting him to look cool.
Right.
The problems that maybe you and Chris Melton are solving
Yeah.
are getting him mounted.
Ezekiel asks, can we get a link to the crocodile eyes, please?
They are on Van Dyke's Taxidermy. Van Dyke's Taxidermy. And once you're on Van Dyke's Taxidermy, they have a whole section on eyes. Find them crocodile eyes. Van Dyke's.
Find you.
VANDYKES.
Oh Lord, we looking. And these are the 22 millimeter.
Biggest ones on there.
Wow, it was great.
Yeah.
He's looking good.
And he
Don't touch
just,
him.
yeah, he's very drippy. Apparently.
You're a little touchy. I'm just saying. Don't touch him.
He looks so good.
Ezekiel says, I keep waiting for it to blink. Have you ever seen a crocodile blink?
Is he finished?
I think he's gonna get another coat of.
I'm going to add more to him. I want to wet down his mane a little more. and I want to add a little bit in here, because I feel like that was hit lightly.
Wow.
And there's some spots on this back side of the head I want to hit.
Oh my god.
But I think I did a good job of coating the teeth.
He looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, this blue green is gorgeous.
Stunning.
Oh my god.
Big Dog says Meg and I will make you customize.
Love it.
Say hello, wife.
Hey, hi. Hi, hi. Hi, creepers. Wow.
Is this from the 5 gallon?
Yeah, that's the,
Those eyes are fed.
that's
Yeah.
the 50/50 one, sorry.
This is
He's
what?
right, I am touching.
That's the right.
Ezekiel says, wife. Hello, cat lady. Big Dog says hello,
Stop
Shannon.
you talking.
So what monster camp is this weekend?
You were right in the first place.
Monster Camp 34, it is advanced.
Advance and full head.
Full head.
Nice. We're gonna have a nice little urethane spot in the floor for you.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Wow, he is drippy.
He is drippy.
He's
I'm
like,
adding more so the math is easier.
yeah. Yeah, it's full head, advanced.
Yeah. Also, I like your shirt.
Say one.
Huh?
That hard, no.
Jones.
In Jones we trust.
Take away a
Thank you,
zero.
Jones, so much.
Move that over one.
No one trusts that.
Cooper Munheim says hello, Shannon. Jason Harris says hi, Shannon. Caroline
Hello,
Bowman says hi,
hello,
Shannon.
hello.
It's the Shannon.
Cooper.
Yeah, plus 10%
Cooper,
is 132.
congratulations on your graduation. Very happy, very proud of you. We've got your announcement. Your graduation announcement is up on the Stilt Beast bulletin board.
Mhm.
You'll see it next month when you're here for silicone class.
Ezekiel says it's getting installed in your pool, Shannon.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you,
Cool.
Scott Colehart, for the link for the croc eyes.
Y'all, thank you for my thank you.
And Cooper, I know that your father saw my Facebook post. I don't know if you did or not, but really love the Santa Krampus
God.
Yeah, very
pack
cool.
from Kentucky. No, Chicken Fried Toys. Is that what it's called? Chicken Fried Toys. Yeah.
Big Dog asks, where do we get Shannon's shirt?
Oh gosh. Hang tight, Gene. I'll try and find it for you. I've got a link somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, Scott, we missed you.
Cooper Munheim says thank you.
Hey,
Just,
Scott.
Troy B says Van Dyke's will have some mounting options you could probably make yourself. Edson says hello, wife.
Hello.
Cooper says thank y'all so much. I saw your post. Thank you for that too. I'm so glad you like it.
Oh my goodness. Cooper,
Love it.
Cooper,
I love everything Krampus. You should know that.
Cooper, did you know that you have knocked Connor Beats out of the running for the most monster camps attended? You are now the reigning champion, Cooper. You are now the reigning champion. You have more patches than anyone else.
Nailed it.
No, Edson, this is not from Alan's closet because it doesn't have any latex.
That's how you
And
know.
it still has the tag in the back.
Hey now, I resemble that more.
This is how you know. This is my shirt. I'm not saying that I have not taken Alan's shirts before. He has certainly taken mine.
That's wife
And
rights.
Shannon has a larger obsession with the Aliens franchise than I
I
do.
do, yeah. I do love aliens.
So I did not see any of the Aliens franchise except Aliens versus Predator until like 2 years ago.
Get out.
That's why you were sad.
Yeah, that was it. That
I
was-
can't shame you. When I start naming off the movies that everybody in this room and everybody on this chat
Mhm.
will disown me if I start confessing to you movies I
Listen,
have not seen.
listen, guys. This
Okay.
is important. We were at the bank the other day.
Whatever.
Right?
Who cares?
We're at the bank.
Nobody cares.
And that vacuum tube comes down, right? And I immediately said, ooh, an ooze container. Because it's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
Sure.
And Shannon didn't know what an ooze container was. She probably can't even name the 4 Ninja Turtles. Wife,
Yes?
can you name the 4 Ninja Turtles?
Michelangelo, Donatello.
You're at 50%.
That's pretty good.
How long do I have?
There's 2 more.
I don't know.
Other old masters.
Oh, oh gosh. Here. Let me look.
Let me Google that for
Let
you.
me Google it.
Kind of the biggest, like, most
Michael-
famous one.
Michelangelo,
It's kind of the-
Donatello.
You know, Alvin, Simon, Theodore.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Ezekiel says, I've only ever seen
Okay.
Alien 1.
Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael.
There you go.
See, I'm not cool, guys. I told you.
Big Dog says, I need to get the patches next camp after my wife gets better from surgery. Cooper Mannheim says, the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie by far, no contest. Ezekiel says, it's okay, Shannon, I can't name them either.
Thank you, Ezekiel. I can always count on you
Good night, Karagoff.
to be.
The Last Ronin being Raphael, by the way, is the most, probably the most messed up thing in comic book history.
Yeah. So does it just pick up in the future and he's the last one left?
Yeah.
Or does it show all of them dying?
I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I just know from the comic books, The Last Ronin
Yeah.
turns out to be Raphael, and I think that's just evil.
He's the angriest.
Because
He
he's
is the angriest.
the angriest
Hey,
and
Rob.
probably will be the most pissed to be left alive.
So, White, here's what's most important about the Ninja Turtles that you have to know. Okay? So, what? I don't need to be on camera. All of their weapons are like opposite of their personality in order to teach them. To teach them. Like Raphael is the most aggressive. He's the angriest. He's quick to anger. So his weapon is the sai, which is a strictly defensive weapon. The most high tech of them, his weapon is a bow staff, which is the simplest weapon. Yeah,
Ezekiel says, you are cool. You're famous in the third world.
that's right.
Rob says, hello, the wife. Cooper Mannheim says there's flashbacks to them dying.
Big
the,
Dog.
The most uncontrolled and crazy has nunchucks because
Because they need the most
they require
control
the
to be
most
effective.
control.
Big
Yeah, because
Dog,
he's wild.
Next time that you know you're going to be at a trade show or convention, you're going to be there. Let me know. I'll bring you those patches.
Ezekiel says, roll your eyes, Shannon, and snore.
Flashbacks to them.
I
dying.
don't.
That's just cool.
Okay, so I start naming the shows that I haven't seen, and there are many which would probably make these nice people run me out of the room.
Ezekiel gets no opinion on movies because he hates the
Well, hang on. I was just about to give Ezekiel some advice. I hope he listens after not liking The Princess Bride, which I think is a travesty.
It is now.
But I would watch Alien 3. It gets a bad rap, but it has one of the most visually memorable sequences in it of the aliens swimming underwater. Really
Is
nice.
that the one with Winona Ryder?
Yes, Winona Ryder's in it.
Nice.
I think y'all are missing the point. Charles Dance is in it.
Ah, okay, fair.
Let's talk about what's important.
Is that Papa Targaryen?
No,
Okay.
not Targaryen, Lannister.
Lannister, that's
Papa
right.
Lannister, yeah. Ezekiel says, here we go.
Yes, Princess Bride is great.
Listen, I will say that I have leaned in really hard to because I used to be like, oh my god, I can't believe you haven't seen that movie. Like that's insane. Cody Simpson says,
Connecticut?
No, Dr. Cantwell. That's my chiropractor.
oh my gosh!
Dr. Cantwell, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Cantwell. This is my husband, Alan, soon to
Hi.
be your patient.
Hi. Don't look at my posture or anything, Mr. Chiropractor.
That's neither here nor
Or
there.
note that I'm wearing a back brace. That's- yeah.
Robert Bryan says Princess Bride
He's
tax.
working miracles.
Princess Bride, Nightbreed. That's an excellent
Nightbreed's
movie.
pretty
You
good.
have to watch that, Ezekiel, if you haven't.
Before you sign off, can you do a final? Let's do a final look.
Yes, I
Yeah.
just re-moistened the Kelpie.
Okay, so
That's what the kids are calling it these
this is
days.
what you made tonight. He's beautiful.
This one's my
He's
favorite.
stunning.
I
Actually,
think
that
that one
one-
started
that one
as
was
hot
my
glue,
Yeah.
and it got a bonus.
Added on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really wonder
that
if
great?
it's gonna stay.
Oops.
No, it's not. It's getting longer. We're gonna lose it. There it goes.
Oh God.
Oh.
You're upside down.
Oh.
He's having an Ozbot moment.
Gotta confirm that.
Oh, hey, thank you, Ezekiel.
Thank
He
you.
paid the Princess Bride tax. Says Dragon's Heart was a great movie.
Ezekiel, I've missed you. Yeah, he looks beautiful. Wow.
There's some teeth and a roo back there. It looks like he's biting you.
Hey,
Arr.
Rue, stand next to the Kelpie for scale. So they
Rue
can see,
for
'cause
scale.
That's a bigger Kelpie than the old one, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
No, he's roughly the same size,
Is he?
believe it or
I
not.
think he looks bigger.
he is
He's
bigger. He's longer.
He's stretched out.
Can
Longer.
you show the mane? I love the mane.
Norm Lack says Nightbreed, awesome movie.
Man, that looks good.
Yeah, I've pivoted away from the position of, oh my god, we have to watch this movie. Like, I can't believe we haven't seen this movie. To, oh man, can we watch this movie together? I would love to watch this movie with you. What a treat you have coming to you. Because
Which
this,
movie?
Abbott
any-
Costello versus Frankenstein. Well,
any
meet
movie
Frankenstein.
that someone hasn't seen that I'm like,
Destroy
yeah,
all
this is
Oh,
monsters.
sure.
And
I've had way
Monster
better
Squad.
luck
Monster
getting people to watch
Squad,
movies.
Nightbreed, and Willow. And Willow. Sorry.
Did I tell you that I found the Monster Squad purse for sale?
No, you did not.
Ezekiel says, I've honestly missed all of you, so desperate to visit. I'm needing a fixin'.
Ezekiel, it's awesome to have you on the
Is it
feed.
still for sale?
Brooke E says, hi everyone. Oh my goodness, Kelpie looks
It's-
amazing. Love those colors.
Rough.
Yeah, that blue-green is just
And,
beautiful.
and when I say something's rough,
I have a bank
It's
account that's
rough.
supposed to last 6 months.
How long will he take to dry?
He'll be tack-free in 2 hours and fully cured in 16.
Wow, okay.
So on Friday.
That is a material
So
called
good.
Uracoat that we used on him for that shine.
Norm Lack says, wife likes people under the stairs.
people under the stairs creep me out.
Okay, so what's
Not in
the
a good way.
movie with the little hairy dudes?
Critters?
No, they're in a vent and they come out and they attack a little girl.
The Langoliers?
And there's a heater of some kind downstairs, an iron.
Troll.
No, it's not troll.
Cat's eye?
No. It's little dudes who whisper.
Look at
Bug! Jiminy Christmas,
That's
it's
a
taken me
cool
forever to figure
idea.
this out. I feel old. I really want some cattails in his name.
cattails, that's nice.
Well, you're going to have a couple weekends with them, and you can make that happen.
Sneak
Look,
some
this
cattails
looks
in there.
really good.
You sure it's not cat's eye?
Please.
Yes. Sure, it's not
Meatloaf.
cats.
You want
Because
plain corn dog?
he lived in the vent.
Meatloaf deep
The
fried.
little.
And if someone sent the name, I would know it. I just
Critters?
don't know it. No.
See,
Critters
I
are from
thought
space.
critters also.
Yeah, critters are from
Critters.
space.
These guys were in a vent, and they were in an old house. And family moves into the house. They're renovating the house, and the little girl hears them in the vent, and they come out and they attack the little girl. I
Rob
will
says
have to
critters
find
sounds right.
out. Anyway, but we're right about 8 o'clock, aren't we?
Yep. Big Dog says, Shannon, I will. Therefore, coming to Monster Camp would be more fun for all. Then you can meet my boxer son. He's a European boxer.
Oh, I would love to meet your boxer.
Say goodnight, Rue.
Good night, bro.
Say goodnight, wife.
Night, everybody. Good to see you.
Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. And because it's good for you and it makes you feel good, go make stuff.
Grandma.